is building. The set of activities aiming to non-violent conflict transformation and working on the causes of conflict. What is important here? What do you think? Causes. The most important thing is the causes. Maybe the resource that we want to go to distribute is not the only or the real cause of conflict. Maybe the question, why? If we help the parties to understand the real matter, the real cause of their conflict, we could find that certain importance has a quantity of resource, but other importance has relations. Okay? That is really, really true in the international matter as well as between people. So you could even try to mediate between husband and wife that are getting divorced and try to many solutions. You cannot find only a single one solution that could be accepted by the parties, because the problem is not what they presented. Is not the managing of children, is not managing of money, is not deciding who owning the house or not. So if you involve in a process to try to do with distributive, no, it's not good. Okay, integrating, okay, we put out the value. Okay, no, nothing works. Why? Because the problem is the relations. The problem is the wife wants to be recognized, the husband feel healed and feel hearted, respected. Those. That's what. The problem is the relations. Now, on international issues, the causes of conflict are complex. We are going to a very, very long process. And in this definition, I even add that those activities, due to its own nature, are situated all along the conflict cycle, from the prevention phase through the escalation until the full achievement of the reconciliation process. Why? Good question. Have you heard? She said, what's happening if the parties do not want to work on relations? Okay? Good. In my field, now I'm focusing on the international field, that is my work, my job. Okay? In the international fields, when I say the party, what do I mean? Israeli, Palestinian, what?
Depends on you're working to people or the government, or is it maybe an NGO that's over there?
That's why. That's what I'm saying. That your question, the answer to your question is that I know that because they are in conflict, there are people that don't want to speak each other.
Yes.
But I know because I'm dealing with a population. So very complex subject. Is not individual. We have a population that for sure there is in the population somebody who wants to talk. For sure.
Because how do you do it? Are you getting invited by there to go over there and then to resolve conflicts? For me, it's really good, but sometimes I would think that parties think like, okay, now I'm my own country, we can solve our problems ourselves, like European international relations. Are they not thinking like, well, you're from Italy, so you're, but maybe like, okay, that's not a Muslim person that's coming trying to resolve our conflicts. But you've got like problems with.
Okay, but either way, I think that this is a question, a really general question that could be posed to even to any mediator, because if I'm a mediator, why I should mediate between them? They do want me help them or not? That is a general question, not only for him. But if in the social mediation, okay, family mediators, the wife and husband come to me, or in some cases in the court it's compulsory mediation, so they have to come to me, so I can avoid this problem. In international mediation, of course, this is a very, very sensitive question. Okay? I have many colleagues of mine that there was a, shall we organize a project in this conflict? Oh, I don't know why we should intervene. Okay, that is another matter of style. Okay? My style is that I'm sure that among the people within the population that are affected by conflict, I for sure can find people that need my help. That is motivation. That is a matter of motivation, not tactics, not techniques. That is motivation. If you are motivated, of course, you are not going to impose your help, you're not going to impose your mediation, or not your methodology of work. Nothing. You just go to propose and find out where the people is they want to work with you. That is a very, very important phase of peace building. Some mediators are really strong on it. You know, we don't move unless we have a request. That is a position, very strong. Okay. My position is a little bit elastic. I move even if the movement starts from myself. So I'm the one going. Okay, I cannot wait to be called. Maybe because people don't know me. Maybe because the people don't know that have this resource. Maybe because the people has fear to call for international help. So it's me that have the duty to go inside the societies to look around, you know, to find out who is really in need. And my experience tells me that always it can be find somebody that needs you.
And when I hear, like, I don't know, questions like that, it makes me think that maybe when people are apprehensive about it, it's maybe that they don't know exactly what mediation is. Because when you go into mediation, you're not going in and giving them the answers, you're giving them the tools to make their own solution. So it's not like you're intervening with, you know.
Yeah, but yes, this.
You also have to educate the people.
This is only matter to explain them what your role is. Of course. Okay. Hello. I propose you to dialogue with you. I'm not going to give you solution. Okay. I tell you this. When I went to this major of Cyprus, okay, we are Italian, we are pacifists, we are peace builders. Okay? We want to start the process between you and the Turkish Cypriot part. And she said, okay, I accept your help, but I will speak with my counterpart only when I will decide. You don't force me. I say, okay, the agreement is done. And I start to cooperate with her, the major of the Nicosia in Cyprus, for 1 year. And only when she was ready, I said, okay, may I go to the other part, to the Turkish civil part, and ask what they think about it? Yes, you can go. She didn't want to be pushed. It's just matter to clarify what your role is. When I went the first time in Cyprus to the civil society partner, I said, are you, and it was an association dealing with the counterparts. So they were Greek Cypriots, but guesting Turkish Cypriots. They were even happy to guest Turkish Cypriots in their own headquarters. Okay. I said, okay, you looks to me like one of the dialogue available people in the island. So all the civil society were really close to the counterpart. So only few of them, very few of them were available to speak with the counterpart. Okay, you are one of the few. Shall we work together in order to support this dialogue, to establish much more relations between the communities, Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots? Yes, we want to do. Okay, shall we go from the other part? So he didn't want to come. Because why? When he was 15 years old, this guy, in the 74, he lived in the north of the island when the Turkish army came and invaded the island of Cyprus. Okay? So he just lived this, experienced this. By night, Turkish soldiers coming, leave your house, leave everything, just escape. thousands of deaths, thousands of displaced people disappeared, mass grave, and all the life, this guy grown up thinking about this event of his life when he was young, 15. So he could not, go forward. Was just anchored, to this traumatic event. But nevertheless, it was available to dialogue. He had friends among the Turkish Syrian community. He guested in Turkey. He organized, there was a cultural association that was organizing events, on Turkish movie, Turkish literature, just cultural exchange. But when I told, let's go on the other part, let's pass the checkpoint, he was trembling. He was the 2004. He was the first time from the 74, 30 years. It was the first time that he went to the other side. He went with me. He was trembling, really. And he knew many people on the other side, but only because the Turkish Cypriots used to come to pass the checkpoint and go to the. So that's, I have to respect the people of the if they are available or not, if they are ready or not. I respect their timing, okay? About having dialogue, having the steps of building peace, okay? I would like now, before to finish, to go into these steps of peace building from the international point of view, okay? Then we can have a little discussion only about what we say at the beginning and the style and the approach. We're going to see some different sensitivity among you. Now, according to my experience, those are the 9 phases of peace building. You can see only 3 because each of the 3 has got 3 steps inside. Okay. Confidence building, dialogue, and reconciliation. Okay? What does it mean, confidence building? Trust, building trust. Start working on these relations. And only then, dialogue. We cannot pretend that people having dialogue without trust. Okay? So what are the phases of confidence building? First of all, when you go there, if I want to, everybody is speaking to the microphone. If I want to go and establish projects or activities, reconciliation activities, okay, in a place in conflict, first of all, I have to build a relation between me and the parties. So they should trust in me. So the first thing that I can say is, when you go there and you want to act as international mediator, first rule is to be absolutely clear. What is your role? What is your aim? Not to hide it. Not because being afraid that they are not ready, just try to trick them. Oh no, I'm just international aid. I can help you. I can build the no spill. No. But I can build an hospital. But are you ready to after the hospital is built? Why don't we accept even another ethnic group in your hospital? Oh no. So I've been working for 1 year, 2 years to build an hospital without being clear. What's my I had a hidden aim. That it doesn't work. I can tell you it doesn't work. So first of all, I'm here to work on relation. If you are not available, bye-bye. I change stakeholders, I change partners, okay? The problem is that always, Michael is one of the mistakes that we do often, that we pretend to build confidence between the parties before have done and accomplished the second step, that is trust in the process. So I cannot work with people that do not believe that this process could go on. Okay? Even with many doubts about the counterparts. Okay? I start to work with people that say no.